She is the most recognized face from the ancient world. Her painted limestone bust has been copied millions of times. Her name means, "The beautiful one has come." But who was she? Where did she come from? And where did she go? The mystery of Nefertiti is one of history's greatest unsolved puzzles. We do not know where Nefertiti was born. Some scholars believe she was a foreign princess. Others believe she was Egyptian nobility. She appears suddenly in the historical record when she married the future pharaoh Akhenaten. Young, beautiful, and immediately a dominant figure at the most powerful court on earth. In Egyptian tradition, queens were supporting figures, present but secondary. Nefertiti was different. She appeared beside her husband as an equal on temple walls and monuments. She was shown the same size as the pharaoh, unheard of. She performed religious ceremonies independently. She may have driven a chariot into battle. She was not a decoration. She was a partner in power. When Akhenaten declared the one god Aten, Nefertiti stood beside him completely. She changed her name to Nefertiti. Beautiful are the beauties of Aten. She worshipped alongside him, prayed alongside him, ruled alongside him. The revolution of Amarna was not the work of one man. It was the work of two people who believed completely in the same vision. The art of Amarna shows Nefertiti as no Egyptian queen had ever been shown, playing with her daughters in a garden, kissing her husband on the lips, grieving over a daughter who died young. Real emotions, real moments, real family life, on official royal monuments. The woman who was queen of the world was also shown as a mother and a wife who felt love and loss. In 1912, a German archaeologist named Ludwig Borchardt was excavating the workshop of the royal sculptor at Amarna. He found a painted limestone bust of a woman, intact, perfectly preserved, extraordinarily beautiful. He described it in his notebook with deliberate understatement. A painted bust, good workmanship. He knew what he had found. He wanted to keep it. The bust was taken to Germany. Egypt has been asking for it back ever since. Today it sits in the Neues Museum in Berlin, the most visited object in any German museum. Millions of people stand before her face every year. She looks out at them with one painted eye. The other was never finished or was lost to time, calm and serene and 3,000 years away. In the 12th year of Akhenaten's reign, Nefertiti disappears from the official record. No death announcement, no burial record, no mention. One of the most prominent women in Egyptian history simply stops appearing. Historians have debated for a century what happened. Did she die? Did she fall from favor? Or did something else happen? Around the same time Nefertiti disappeared, a new figure appeared in the royal record, a co-regent named Nefertiti. This person ruled alongside Akhenaten and then, for a brief time, alone after his death. Some Egyptologists now believe this co-regent was Nefertiti, that she changed her name and role, becoming effectively the pharaoh of Egypt. If this theory is correct, Nefertiti was not erased. She transformed. The queen became a king. The most powerful woman in the ancient world took a step further. She became one of the very few women to rule Egypt as pharaoh in her own right. And then, like her husband before her, she was erased from the record when the old order returned. In 2015, the British Egyptologist Nicholas Reeves proposed that Nefertiti's tomb might be hidden behind a sealed wall in the tomb of Tutankhamun. Scans of the tomb walls showed possible hidden chambers. Egypt has been investigating ever since. The world held its breath. Has the greatest missing queen of the ancient world been found? Right where King Tut sleeps? The answer so far is we do not know. The investigations continue. The technology improves. The possibility remains. And somewhere under the Valley of the Kings, beneath 3,000 years of silence, a queen may be waiting. The woman whose face has been copied more than any other in history, whose story we still do not fully know. What we know for certain is this. In the ancient world, where women were almost entirely invisible in the official record, Nefertiti stands out like a light. She was more than a beautiful face. She was a politician, a religious leader, perhaps a pharaoh. She chose to live beside her strange, revolutionary husband, not because she had to, but because she believed what he believed. After 3,000 years of erasure, the 20th century gave Nefertiti back to the world. Through a sculptor's workshop buried in the sand, through a German archaeologist's discovery, through the painted eyes of a limestone face. She is now perhaps the most famous woman of the ancient world, more famous than Cleopatra, more recognized than any pharaoh. She lived in the most extraordinary moment of ancient Egyptian history. She stood at the center of a revolution that tried to change everything. She loved a man who dared to remake the world. She may have tried to save his vision after he died, and then she disappeared into the sand, into the silence, into the mystery that still surrounds her name. The city of Amarna was built by two people who dreamed together. Nefertiti's name means the beautiful one has come, but she also went. Like her husband, like her city, like her revolution, she went into the desert and was swallowed by history. Only her face remained, serene, beautiful, and entirely silent about everything she knew. The beautiful one has come. The meaning of Nefertiti. Egypt, approximately 1370 to 1330 before Christ.